Hello everyone, and thank you again for taking the time to watch my videos. Before I post any more interviews from my festival that was held in Nigeria this year, 2019, I would like to go over some of the words that the priest and the priestess will be using. Many of these words you may be unfamiliar with, and I would like to explain to you the terms. Some of the words are Isese, consultations, reading, Odu, Ifa, Olodumare, Orishas, Ebos, offerings, sacrifice. I'll also explain the difference between a chief priest and a priestess. Isese was originated in Africa, more specifically Nigeria. It is one of the spiritualities that the country studies and practices. The priests and priestess with whom we did interviews with were born in or around Osun State, Oshogbo. So we will focus on that area. The system they use is called Odu Ifa. Ifa is the voice of God. Olodumare is referred to as God. Orishas are deities, or what we consider energies that were created by Olodumare. The Odu Ifa system has a total of 256 Odus. Each Odu has over 256 verses. Traditionally, priests and priestesses use the system to do consultations or readings. There are other tools, however, the most popular are Opoele and Cowrie shells, also known as Erin de Logun. As I said, there are others, but we will focus on these two. A chief priest or priestess is someone who the community has given them the title of chieftaincy because of their many years of hard work, dedication, and support to the community. During a consultation or reading, the person is asked to pray. The prayer is done in silence. Many pray for love, they pray for peace, health, wealth, family situations, court situations, whatever problems they're facing. The priest or priestess then cast the Opoele or Cowrie shells. For now, I'm going to talk about Opoele. We will talk about the Cowrie shells later. Once the Opoele hit the mat, there is a sequence of marks, one or two. From these marks, an Odu is formed. The Odu has 256 verses. In some cases, you'll see multiple priests or priestesses in the room. The more priests and priests, the more verses you will hear. Each priest or priestess must know at least 4 verses of each 256 Odu before they are considered a bona fide priest or priestess. The verses are learned from family lineages. In a total, there are over 61,000 verses. The priest or priestess will recite the verses and the story about the verse, which in many cases include the story about a specific Orisha. They may chant in Yoruba first and then translate to English. So for each verse in the story, there will be a solution. The problem for which an ebo, sacrifice, or offerings are offered to that specific Orisha to solve the problem, whatever the problem was in the story. This is what needs to be done to resolve the problem, or whatever the person prayed for and asked for. They go through the process of elimination to see which Orishas to be offered something to fix the problem. The supplies are then gathered, and once everything is gathered, they do the ebo. Now, this process should be done the same day or no later than 1 or 3 days after the reading. After the priest and the priest have done the work of the ebo is taken to Eshu. And you'll hear the importance of Eshu from the words of an Eshu priest later in one of the interviews. So that's the Opuele. For the Kori shells, there are less odus and verses. However, both the Opuele and the Kori shells offer the same answers to solutions and ebos. With the Kori shell, it typically doesn't take 10 to 15 years to learn because there's less odus. And as you'll hear from one of the chief priestesses, time is not of a concern. Many people are born with energies of the Orisha, so they are naturally gifted. During the interviews, you will hear about different energies of the Orishas. In the tradition, once a child is born, there's a reading. And once the child reaches puberty, there's another reading. And these readings go over everything. They go over the taboos. This is what a person should do and should not do. It goes over everything from what you should eat, you shouldn't eat, what you should wear, what type of work this person should be doing. It's a complete outline for this person to live a peaceful and blessed life. And because we aren't raised into the tradition of our forefathers, we usually don't get these readings until we are adults. And our journey has led us to this path. Once a life reading is done, it is determined, usually with the help of your ancestors, if initiation should be done. Many people are destined to be a priest and a priestess for 2 reasons. 1, to help themselves through their own life, or 2, to help others manifest their dreams and wishes. Not all priests and priestesses are chosen to work with others. Again, sometimes it's just the benefit of themselves so their own life can go smooth. During the initiation, it's a 3-day program. In the old days, it was 17 days. However, now, during these 3 days, you're given your taboos, your Yoruba name. Each name has a specific meaning. You are also told which Orishas governs your life and protects you. And mostly you'll notice the similarities in your character and the character of the Orisha that you connect to. The initiation process helps you understand the things you should be doing to live a peaceful, healthy, and wealthy life. For those that are chosen to help others, there's a constant learning, working, and teaching. It becomes a lifestyle. You learn to appreciate the energies of the Orishas. And once you go through a training and your godfather or godparent, mother, which is your teacher, approves you to start helping others, then you do the readings and the consultations and ebos and offerings and etc. to help other people manifest what they need and want out of their life. And like I said, many people believe that life is predetermined, and that may be true. When you do a reading, it helps give you a roadmap. That roadmap gives you detours, which help you avoid many problems that you will occur or that are occurring in your life now. If something is supposed to happen, it's going to happen. However, the ebos and the offerings will lessen the negative effects that these situations could cause in your life. Because you are offering your ancestors and your Orishas something in return for their help to remove these negative effects. I can openly say I have not seen any other spiritual or religious belief that offers a tangible solution. I believe God has over 1,000 names. So it's not about a specific spiritual or religious practice. Pick something that you can connect with and go what works for you. I've spoken to many people, and I would just like to say, if deep down in your heart you've always felt you're special or as if you have a gift, don't let anyone tell you anything different. If you see things, you hear things, you feel things, follow your gift. As I continue my journey as an Isese priestess, I've had the pleasure to meet many people who are afraid of what people might think if they knew the gifts that these people have. Please, the world needs you. Don't let anyone stop you from being who you are supposed to be. You're not weird. You're not crazy. We all have different energies. Don't be afraid to express yourself. You could be the person that changed the world. Thank you, and I hope you continue to watch the rest of the videos that are soon to come.